is you have a long stretch of races where you can kind of R&D and get ready for playoffs.
Awesome. Well, we know too, this is your first full year in this series, so excited to have you. Definitely some different challenges going on. Do you have any goals, knowing it is your rookie year, aside from, of course, winning the championship at the end of the year? Any benchmarks that you and your team have set to really just make sure you're in the right spot as the year goes on?
Yeah, I would say, obviously just consistently running up front right there, and contending for wins is the biggest thing. You want to be a champion in the sport, right? You got to be consistent. So I'd say just running up front consistently, right? You're going to have your off days where you go run not great, but I think the biggest the challenge that comes into play when you have your off days is how do I make my off day a 7th place day, right? Whenever I'm a 12th place car. So I think that's the biggest challenge that you go into whenever you get into a long season. This is the first time I've had a season that's been this long. So just gonna have to manage, my year in a good manner in terms of points, and always have to keep that in the back of your mind.
Yeah, and again, knowing you raced in the truck series, how do the trucks differ from the Xfinity car, and the starts you had last year, and then what you've noticed from practice already this season?
Yeah, I would say the biggest thing, right, is everyone's just a lot smarter, right? Everyone is a lot smarter with how they take their runs and what they do to manipulate your air and things like that. So everyone's just got a lot more knowledge. There's a lot of Cup veterans that race Xfinity now, so it's just the IQ level is definitely higher.
That's good.
A lot to learn, that's for sure. And the last question for me before I open it up to the rest of the group here, knowing you said it is a longer season than what you've had before, a couple of different tracks, are there any tracks you're excited to race at that you haven't before in the truck series?
Yeah, Rockingham I think is going to be a fun one to go to, right? It's the first time NASCAR's been back there in a long time. So I think that's going to be really cool. And Chicago, I love road course racing, so I think Chicago is going to be fun to go to the street course and kind of try that out, and it should be pretty fun.
Awesome. Well, any questions? I'll open it up to the rest of the group here.
I do. Hey, I'm Mark from TruckIt-App, and I was just wondering, where's your home base and who's your biggest supporter?
Yeah, so home base for me is Charlotte, North Carolina. That's where I live now. I'm originally from New Mexico, Artesia, New Mexico. Biggest supporter is Operation 300 and Toyota, and obviously my family has backed me through my whole racing career.
That's good.
Excellent.
Well, I was going to ask your favorite track you've raced on, but I mean, it sounds like maybe you asked it, but like, do you have a fave?
Favorite track's probably Kansas. I love Kansas. It's so fun. You have so many different options. It's super racing on that for sure. I love the place.
Good. Even with the trucks, like
Trucks are actually probably one of the more fun cars to drive.